Today's video is about lying in children, why they lie and how to handle lying in them. It was a question by a parent in a private community. She says that 8 years old is always lying. I can understand her frustration because at some point in my parenting journey, I had a teenager who lying was compulsive for, who telling the truth was almost impossible. It was almost as if she was not capable of telling the truth. Even when the truth was more appealing, was more pleasant, was going to save her from a situation, she would still rather lie. And one of the things that happens when you have children lying to you is that trusting them becomes a struggle. So when this parent said her 8-year-old is always telling the lie, I could literally feel her pulse. And today's video is all about when children lie, why they lie, and what parents can do about lying in children. Welcome back. Why do children lie? That's the first thing we are looking at. Okay, why do adults lie? Why does anyone lie? Let's face it. If you know that telling the truth is going to get you humiliated, get you beaten, yelled at, nagged, lectured, or get you into trouble, would you be willing to tell the truth? Would you be willing? The same thing happens to children. They are human beings. They have emotions like we feel. We have to. They feel what we feel. So you see, if as an adult you know that saying things the way they are will not give you the kind of end you desire and you want to hold back, the same thing happens to children. They want to hold back information. They want to exaggerate information. They want to fabricate stories. They want to deny what they have done to avoid consequences. So the very first thing you want to say is the reason children lie is self-defense, self-protection, anything to avoid punishment. That's the very first thing children lie, to avoid punishment. Now, another reason children lie is to present a good image. I am the good child, or I'm incapable of this. It is to meet expectations, especially when they have expectations they are struggling to meet. They have parents they respect a lot. They have parents they fear. They have parents they don't want you hurt. They are likely going to lie to meet their expectations. They are likely going to lie to remain in the good books of the parents. So the next reason children lie is to project a good image, or you can call it to meet expectations. Now, another reason children lie is they do not want to hurt you, their parents. Take it or leave it. They don't want to disappoint you. They don't want you to feel bad. So because of that, they can go ahead to lie about what they have done so that you are not disappointed in them, so that you don't feel bad. That is one of the reasons children lie. To protect you from pain. To protect you from pain is one of the reasons children lie. Another reason children lie is to keep a secret. They have pride or something, or they have done something. They don't want it to be in the open. So you just lie to keep it up. And lastly, children lie because they want to be liked by others. They want to be the cool child, especially some children of some special temperament. They just want to be liked by everyone. So they will do anything, manipulating others, twisting things, just doing anything they can to be liked by others. Now, these are the reasons why children are likely going to tell a lie. Now you know children lie because of several reasons. So how do you handle lying in children? Now, if you have followed me long enough, you know that I am always big on root cause. I tell you, you don't treat issues from the surface. That's the quick fix. It's not long lasting, it's not deep rooted. So you always trace issues to the root cause, find out what is responsible for this. Now, this is how you can actually parent the heart of the child. This is how you can empower the child with the skills they need to be able to, either modify that behavior or learn a new behavior. You always need to understand, why does my child do this thing? Or why does this student under my care do these things? So the very first thing you want to do is to understand the reason. You cannot just assume. A child who is lying to present a good image has a different You have a different approach to dealing with him compared to a child who is lying to keep a secret. So you want to understand, why is this child lying? What is the factor responsible for the lying of this child? And one way to do that is to have an open communication. Talk to the child, invite the child and talk to the child. The first thing you want to do when you catch a child lying is not just to react. It's not to be dramatic. You are lying. It's no. It's to calm down. You are the adult. You already know the child is lying. So you calm down, take a deep breath, and you don't make it easy for the child to tell a lie. Instead of asking, did you do this or that, you actually want to ask the child, why did you do this? Now, is the why you are asking, that is the first thing you want to do, the root cause. Why is this child lying? Is this child lying because he's afraid of me? I'm going to punish him. Is this child lying because he doesn't want to hurt me? No, when you've established this reason, the child is lying because he doesn't want me to punish him. It simply means that your strategy is not working. Instead of modifying a behavior, you are punishing the child for a behavior. You're actually having the child develop another behavior. So you want to reduce the punishment so that you don't breed a liar. If you realize, okay, this child is lying because he doesn't want to hurt me, you actually want to see what you have done to make the child feel that if they tell you the truth, you are going to feel hurt. You actually want to come from that angle and see how you can handle it from there. So the very first thing you want to do is understand the root cause of the lie. Now, the next thing you want to do is to teach your child the importance of honesty, the disadvantage of lying. One of the things I always teach my children, and by my children, by now, you know, I mean my biological children and the children I teach in school, is to let them know that, you see, when someone asks you to be honest, it's for your own good. It's not about me, it's about you. When you are honest, people can trust you. You can be trusted. With honesty, you can be trusted. So learn to be honest. And I also tell them, there's a story I always share with them. The story of back then in school, a boy who was nobody ever caught him stealing or something. But what happened was, each time they brought NEPA bill to be paid, he would say he had paid. So at some point, everybody knew that, this boy, you have not paid. You are always trying to dodge this NEPA bill payments or something like that, you know. So he was not honest when it comes to that NEPA bill paying then. So one day, people came and they said his friends went to steal, and they suspected that he was part of the thieves that went to steal. And so they asked around the compound, does this boy steal? Nobody could say yes, he steals, or no, he doesn't steal. Why? Even though he had not stolen, his track record of dishonesty, of not being honest with NEPA bill, got people confused. So nobody could really come out and vouch for him. And that was how he went to the police station and was put behind bars until his friends confessed that he was not part of them. You know, that is one of the stories I always share with my children. Not telling the truth. See where it landed the boy. So when we talk about being honest, is for your own good. So tell them the importance of honesty. If something is missing here now, even whether you are a thief or not, once you are not honest, people cannot trust you. When something happens here and people come to say, what happened here? Whether you are guilty or not, because you are not an honest person, it becomes difficult for you to be trusted. It becomes difficult for people to trust you. So you can tell me something as a parent. You can even tell me what went on in your school, and your teacher comes to tell me a different thing. Trusting you will not be easy for me. I will not believe you because you are not truthful. That is the simple truth. So you actually want to tell them the importance of honesty. It becomes difficult for anyone to protect you if you are not honest. It becomes difficult for people to defend you. So come to your rescue because you are not honest. But if you are honest, people will always say, this child, I know this child, he cannot do this. Or even if he can do this, he will tell me the truth. And whatever you say, people will believe you. But when you are not honest, people will not believe you. And when they don't believe you, protecting you, defending you will be a struggle. And you never know when you will need people's protection and people coming to your defense. So you want to actually tell your child, teach them about honesty, why it is important to be honest. It is for their own good. You are trying to protect them, not just for now, for the future. You can use people around, stories you heard, news and everything of people not being honest and how they landed in trouble because of their dishonesty. You can use all that stories to teach them the importance of honesty. Now, the next thing you want to do is to teach them to do what is right. Now, this is what I always teach my children. Again, children in school and children at home. By now, you know that I teach children etiquette, manners, sexuality education. We take children on a personal development journey at Beyond Etiquette, where I'm the lead trainer and the founder. So one of the things we teach children is to do what is right. I always tell them that when you are doing what is right, when you do what is right, you will not have any reason to tell a lie, because you have done what is right. So why would you need to tell a lie? So one of the things you actually need to learn to do is what is right. Doing what is right saves you the headache of looking for stories to tell, of telling a lie or how to get away with it. So learn to do what is right. Always teach them. Teach them, do what is right. Do what is right at the right time, at the right place, to whoever. Just do what is right. Doing what is right saves you the stress of lying. Doing what is right saves you the stress of looking for excuses to give, how to deny, how to fabricate stories. Just do what is right. So one of the things you want to teach them is how to do what is right. Keep teaching them to do what is right, because once they do what is right, they will learn there is no point to tell a lie. Normalize mistakes. Normalize mistakes. Give them rooms to make mistakes. They are children. Mistakes is how they learn. So when you keep reacting to mistakes, you yell, you nag, you lecture, you flog. When you don't normalize mistakes, you don't allow them to make mistakes. And because mistake is a natural part of them, they are going to look for ways to not to get into trouble with you. So they are going to start lying. So for you, you actually want to modify behaviors. You want them to stop playing too much. You want them to stop to learn more discipline. You want them to stop, be more responsible and all of that. That is what you want. But in your attempt to actually do that, which will not even be possible, because you need to learn what is developmentally appropriate. What is developmentally appropriate? Behaviors that are age appropriate. You need to learn that, because when you learn that, you will learn to minimize your record of mistakes. If you don't minimize your record of mistakes, then there's every likelihood that your kids are going to tell lies today, tell lies tomorrow, and keep telling lies. Because no one likes all those constant lecturing, nagging, whining, punishment, and all of that. No one likes them. And because they want to avoid those things, they are going to look for ways, which is lying. So even if you flog them, okay, they have lied, you flog them, they're still going to see how they can grow in the lie. So when they lie one day and you actually flog them, tomorrow they say, okay, that lie, not done, cook well. That was why I was caught. So tomorrow they want to practice it and professionalize it. So the more you react to their mistakes, they lie to you, you react to the lie, the more they are going to grow in lying. So normalize mistakes. Mistakes are a major way children learn. So normalize mistakes. A child spills water, a child breaks a bottle, a child didn't do run errands properly. Normalize them. Again, you need to learn what is developmentally appropriate, what is age appropriate, so that you know when to cut them some slack. Drop the drama. Drop the reactivity. Something happens, oh my God, you are just everywhere, all dramatic. Nah. Your initial reaction should be deliberate, should be calculated. Your child is watching your body language. So if you are the one that is always reactive, always dramatic, something happens, you told a lie, you broke a dish, you are just overly dramatic, your child is going to learn. They don't want that drama. Just the way you don't normalize mistake, you are always angry when they make a mistake. The same way, if you are overly dramatic, even though you are going to forgive them, you are not going to punish them for a mistake or something, but that your initial reaction, your dramatic reaction, They don't want it. So that can actually make them tell a lie. Always learn to be calm. I always say to parents that if a house is not burning, if someone is not dying, if your child is not going to get into, is not running to a moving vehicle, your child is not lighting up a house, it is not an emergency. Take a deep breath. A friend of mine will say, catch your breath, catch your breath. Then you come back when you are calm, you are in a place you are able to reason. Then you come back and talk to your child. One of the things we do in park when you join park is to run you through emotional intelligence class to help you always calm down. It will also help you understand what is developmentally appropriate, what mistakes are in children, what misbehaviors actually are in children, so that when a child does something, you are not just dramatic. This knowledge will empower you for your parenting journey. They will empower you if you know, okay, this happens, okay. You are going to learn how to use your emotions appropriately. So again, it is important you are not overly reactive in the face of events. Now, the next one is model honesty. Your child is always watching. They are learning. I always say, whether you intend to teach or you don't intend to teach, they are learning. And the truth of the matter is, if you are not deliberately teaching one thing, your child is learning what you are unintentionally teaching. Simple truth. For example, when you need to say the truth, you don't say the truth, you keep quiet. For your personal reasons, you don't open up, you keep quiet. You are not modeling honesty to your child. You're actually modeling dishonesty to your child. You don't realize it because you are telling your child, okay, to be quiet in the face of events where they need to be honest. Model honesty to your child in every single thing you do. Model honesty to your child. You are on the phone. Model honesty to your child. Don't tell a lie, not for any reason. And not to your child. I always talk about several ways we lie before our children. We don't realize it. You buy something, you inflate the price. People that own shops, your child knows that, okay, you bought this in at so and so amount. Somebody comes to buy it, you tell the person, oh, I bought it at a different amount because you want the person to pay more. Then at the end of the day, you say, I don't know where my child learned to lie from. You are modeling lying to your child. You are teaching your child how to tell a lie. Or you are going somewhere and the person says, where are you? Maybe you are just leaving the house. You are telling the person, I'm close by. Your child is in a car with you. They know you are telling a lie. You are telling them that it is okay to lie. Or you are on the phone. You are telling someone, I am at home. Or just saying what your child knows is not true. Or your child has done something because you want people to see your child as a good child or something. You go there, you paint issues. You think your child will know, oh, my mommy was trying to defend me. That was why my mommy said I didn't do it, or I couldn't have done it, or this was what I said or something. Your child sees you as you are telling a lie. They are learning from you how to tell a lie. So think back and reflect. How am I modeling lying to my children? How am I modeling it? Every single time we model a lifestyle to our children, they are watching us, they are seeing us, they are learning from us. We do not realize it. Or for women, they do this a lot. They even brag about it. You put your hand in your husband's pocket, you find money, you take it. You don't even show it to your husband. Your kids are watching you. Even when your husband says, I had some money in my pocket, you say, I didn't find it. Your children saw you and tell them you should tell your daddy. Or we used to buy this and ABC tomorrow. Your kids are watching you. They are learning from you. And tomorrow you ask, why does my child lie so much? Your child lies so much because you lie so much. Because you have taught him how to lie so much. You do not realize it. So model what you once learned. Be intentional about the lifestyle you project to your children, you show before your children. Model honesty. I always brag that there is nothing that will make me tell a lie. Especially because my children are always watching me. Even if they are not watching me, there's nothing that will make me tell a lie. If it's not convenient, I'll tell you it is not convenient. I cannot do it. Because I always say to parents that you may get away with it. You may tell a lie and get away with it. Your child may tell a lie and not get away with it. It's not just about today, it's also about tomorrow, the adults they will become. They can tell a lie tomorrow and then someone knows them. This person that lied to me then, he wants this job. I'm not going to give him this job because I don't trust that he's still not a liar. It simply means your child is not getting away with it. So lying is a no-no in your parenting, not for any reason. Don't model lying to your children. If you model it, then you don't have a right to actually get angry that your kids are lying. Before I wrap up, let me quickly share this. So someone tagged me to a post some time ago where someone said lying is learned. And I said, no, lying is not always learned. Yes, along the line, children learn to lie. Some children learn to lie from the adults around. However, lying is not always learned. It is a developmental behavior at some point. For example, children, 2 years, 3 years learning to talk, they can always give no, no, no. Did you do this? No, no, no. It's not because they've understood that they are lying. So as they grow older, it takes a different form. My baby is 6 years old now, and there's something he does, trying to defend himself. For example, he was eating the other day and he poured food on the table. And I said to him, you have crumbs on your table. And before I could even finish, he said, I don't have crumbs on the table. So I told him that, you see what you have done now. Do you have crumbs on the table? When he calmed down, looked at the table, he said, yes. I said, you told me you didn't have crumbs on the table. What does that mean? It simply means you've told a lie, right? You did not intend to tell a lie, but you did because you did not pause to understand what I was saying. Now, that is one of the things children grow to do. They grow to be very defensive. Very defensive. So something happens, they just want to quickly defend themselves. That is why some children lie. So at that point, what you want to do as a parent is not to nurture that lie in them. Because if it happens that they are just defensive like that and they keep getting away with it, they grow with it, that can actually grow into a lying habit in them. The child becomes a compulsive liar because they have the urge to quickly defend themselves. There is no harm, you want to defend yourself. So what do you want to do? At this age, you don't want your child to grow with that. So you begin to teach them to pause and breathe. Like I teach my son, I said you have some crumbs on your table. What you want to do, you don't answer immediately. You check around. Do I really have crumbs on my table? Oh, I have crumbs on my table. Then you actually want to take care of the crumbs you have on your table. That is better than you jumping into defense. Now, this is because I know for a fact that if this is not addressed now, he gets away with it. You have crumbs on your table. I don't have crumbs on my table. He gets away with it. He keeps going away with it. Then he keeps learning that the strength in lying. If it's not addressed now, he learns the strength in lying. Because whether we like it or not, lying has a strength. That is why people assess it. Protect yourself. Defend yourself. Get what you want. So that is one thing you want to pay attention to. In your little children, 2 years old, when they give you a no, I didn't do it, it's age appropriate. But you still want to keep redirecting them. This is why you don't go and meet them and tell them, did you do it? You ask a question like, why did you do it? That way, there's no room for them to even tell a lie in the first place. So I just thought to quickly talk about this. So let's talk about the consequences. How do you use consequences to modify lying? Like I said, one of the major things that actually make children to lie is fear of punishment. You want to punish them for what they have done. So they are going to tell a lie. Now, this is why logical and natural punishment and the consequences are the best options you have in your parenting. Yes, the parent was arguing with me on Facebook that she wants her children to fear her. And I'm like, are you serious right now? You want your children to fear you. Why do your children need to fear you? What you want is to raise children who are cooperative, children who uphold your values. You don't need fear for them to do that. When you begin to instill fear in them, they are going to end up doing the exact opposite. They are going to learn how to manipulate you, how to maneuver the system. Just like lying. A child does something, you are not correcting the child with empathy. You are not correcting the child the easy way. You are condemning, judging, demoralizing the child. What do you think happens? No one wants to be exposed to such situation. So what happens is the child will learn to lie. They want to see if they will get away from your harsh punishment, or for your punishment that doesn't really go well with them. So they are going to tell a lie. So, and one thing again that happens is when a child tells a lie, you want to punish the child for lying, right? Tomorrow, they want to learn better ways for you not to get them caught. Your punishment is only making them feel, oh, I didn't lie enough. This line, I was easily caught. So what do I say so that I am not easily caught next time? So they actually want to go and learn what they will say, how they will lie to you so that they will not be easily caught. So the consequence you want to give for lying is not even flogging, is not yelling. Now let me share some consequences I know will be empowering for your child, will help your child will help you handle lying in your children, help your child stop lying. Consequences should be empowering because the essence of consequence is to modify a behavior. So if your consequence is not modifying the behavior, then your consequence is as good as useless. So you actually want to check out some really empowering consequences to help you modify behaviors. And I'm giving you a few when it comes to lying. Now, mind you, I have a book, My Family Constitution. Is a must-have for every family. It is a must-have for every family. It's a book that empowers your child. You have your values, your missions, your vision, your rules and regulations, your consequences, your everything in it. So if your child is telling a lie, for example, you have a consequence that actually befits lying that will empower your child, because the idea of consequence is actually to empower your child not to either repeat that behavior again, empower them with skills to say no to that behaviors, or empower them with skills to start the behavior you want them to start. So for lying, for example, you want to use something like research. Give your child a work, an assignment to go and research about lying. Anything about lying, read up about lying. Give them stories of people who lying actually affected negatively. Have them search it. Read up story. What about lying? Why is it bad to lie? That is something you actually want to do. Now, in the process of reading more and more about lying, they are being exposed to lie. Understand what lying does. One of the things you want to do. Another thing can also be a movie. If you have a movie about lying and all of that, give them. Let them read about the movie. Let them come and summarize it. Let them tell you about lying from the movie, the effect of lying and everything. Now, another thing you can do, I'm very big on, is to have them write an affirmation for themselves. So it can be something like just repeat some lines, like a mantra. Repeat some lines that will help them always tell the truth. It can be, telling the truth come easy for me. I always tell the truth. I always tell the truth. You can have them write it like reprogramming their brain. Have them write it 50 times, depending on the age, 100 times, 200 times, depending on the age of the child. They don't like that consequence because to them it serves as a punishment. So you just tell them, I always tell the truth. Telling the truth comes easy for me. In the face of event, I always tell the truth. You know, something like that. They keep saying it over and over again. That can pass as a consequence for them to help to empower them to stop lying. Remember, as they are writing it, is empowering them. You can have it done, you can stretch it for about a week, depending on the age of the child. Every morning before you go to school, write 50 times, today I will tell the truth. Today, I will stand for the truth. Today, I will stand for what is right. I am a child of God. I am capable of saying the truth. I always say the truth. Today in school, I'm going to say the truth. Today at home, I'm going to say the truth. Everywhere I go, I'm going to say the truth. Everything I do today, I'm going to say the truth. I am honest. Honesty is my second nature. Honesty comes naturally to me. Something like that. Just repeat them 10-20 lines every morning. They say like an affirmation. I'm an honest person. They keep saying it every single time. And when something happens, for example, before you start asking them, you can remind them that you are an honest person. Saying the truth comes naturally to you. You are a child of God. You can say those lines to them, and it will help them to remember, okay, I'm an honest person. The last thing you can do is to use a behavior contract where they will agree that they will always tell the truth in the face of events. You just have the contract with them, they sign, you sign, they will always tell the truth, and then you have your information there, and I'm capable of saying the truth. I always say the truth. So when something happens, you just remind them you will always say the truth, and it is going to be help them a great deal. It is very, very helpful. Now remember that one of the reasons children lie also is impulse. Impulse. They are not able to pause and actually think before they lie. Like I shared in the story of my son, one of the reasons they lie is impulse. So you want to teach them, like I'm teaching my son, to always pause, look at the situations before they lie. Tell them it is not an emergency. Tell them you are not in trouble. Tell them even if you're in trouble, it is better to tell the truth than to tell a lie. Tell them not to always answer immediately. Begin to teach them self-discipline. That is self-discipline. Not answering immediately is self-discipline. Resisting the urge to just give into the temptation of answering now. So this is what I have for you about lying today in children. And I know that this video has really empowered you. If it has empowered you, do well to leave a comment for me in the comment section. If it has empowered you, do well to share this video so that other parents can benefit from it. If it has empowered you, do well to subscribe if you have not subscribed. Like, and share. Like I said, share in your community, your WhatsApp statuses, your Facebook stories, Instagram, everywhere. Just share. Let's have more parents come to this community to learn. You see the way you share your church flyers, all those flyers and everything. Please just share so that parents can come to this community and we all will be empowered. Thank you for watching. My name is Enimi Orebo and this is Parenting with Enimi Orebo. See you next time.